Okay, good evening, wet shavers. Here we are. So this is a test shave for maybe future shaves, I don't know. We'll have to see how this one goes. So greetings from Corfu. I'm on holiday, it's a holiday shave. I've got some holiday stuff to share with you. I'll show you the stuff and then we'll get on with the shave. So what am I using? First thing I'm using is some Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. PAA, as we'll refer to them, Sun Down soap. Nice soap, really looking forward to using that. I've brought a Fatip Piccolo Razor, relatively aggressive razor. It's got a reputation for being aggressive. We're going to be using that. Favourite blade, one of my favourites anyway, Gillette Nacet. Made, I think, for the Arabic market. It's certainly got Arabic lettering on it. Delivered from Jordan, but I think they're made in St. Petersburg, Russia. I'm using a travel brush that I made myself. This is a restoration. We'll talk about that later. And we're going to finish off with some bay rum and some balm. So we're going to crack on. Just going to have a swig of some Alpha beer. We're in Greece. Let's get on with the shave. So I've already got my soap in my mug. It's just been blooming a little bit. Get that onto the face. That's a bit of a pre-shave. Already smells really good. Very, very nice. Apologies if my face is glowing, by the way. It's been a very hot day today. Very, very nice here in Corfu. This Paul Frank monkey shaving mug, well, it's become a shaving mug, it's just a huge tea mug really. Working very, very well for the lather, so that's good. Let's dry off the hands. So that's the pre-shave on. The brush, as I said, it's a restoration. It's a synthetic brush. It's an 18mm knot that I affixed to a very, very cheap, basic second-hand handle. I don't know what it is or who it's made by. Doesn't say anything on it, but it's perfect for travel. The synthetic knot, very, very good. Dries really quickly, doesn't take up any space. So I'm just going to use that to whip up the lather to begin with. So this Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements soap that we're using, incidentally, was a small sample. So again, perfect for travel. Doesn't take up much space in a case, plenty for a couple of weeks away, and really nice manly scent on it that's coming out of that. Really enjoying the smell of that. Lathers up really beautifully. The soap is, according to the website, heavy in shea butter, kokum butter, avocado oil that is, and no tallow, no lanolin, no animal products, so it's basically a vegan soap, but it's certainly not short on lathering potential. It's their CK6 or Crown King formula. PAA making some really great products. I'm very pleased to be able to test this one out. So that's lathered up nicely, so let's get that on the face and see how we get on. So my process with shaving with a brush like this and a soap like this is generally to apply in strokes to the face before whipping it into a more coherent lather, but already that soap is feeling very, very nice. I suspect, I couldn't tell from the ingredients list, that it's got a little bit of, I think a little bit of synthetic menthol in there. It's definitely got a cooling effect, which, when you've been in the sun like I have today, feels very, very good indeed. Very, very nice. So, just add a tiny bit more water to that, and just work that in. The aim of just raising the bristles a little, ensuring we've got really good coverage, and that we're ready for the shave. So that feels Very nice, already getting that subtle cooling. Really nice smell. It's got a touch of what reminds me of imperial leather. That's not a negative thing. I think that's quite good. Okay. Whoop. Certainly no shortage of lather in this. So let's set that down. Just rinse the hands. Just clear areas where we need to see. Pretty good there. Okay. So Fatip Piccolo, as I said, preloaded with a Nacet blade before I started the video. You just have to be a little bit careful with this particular razor. It has some alignment issues. It's not as aggressive as the pre-2016 model. This is post-2016. Still aggressive, but you do just have to watch the alignment. In fact, you do with most razors. Just always check that things are aligned, things are set up properly. This looks absolutely spot on. It's very nice weight to the handle. So let's crack on with the shave, shall we? Straight away, the glide from that soap feeling really good. A very nimble razor to work with. I like the size of this razor. It's a Piccolo small in Italian. But certainly not small in performance. Plenty of bite to that open comb head. Personally, I'm a big fan of open comb heads. I think, especially if, like me, you don't want to be shaving every single day, an open comb is fantastic. This is mowing down what is three days growth. So fairly heavy growth. As a man of a certain age, your beard starts to become much more coarse. It needs a more powerful instrument to deal with it, and this it's brilliant. Incredible value for money on this as well. I think this was about £18 delivered. Comes in a very simple, unassuming pale blue box. Nice typography on the box. Sort of Italian style, simple, understated, very nice. And instantly you feel that this is a razor that's going to get to work. Efficiently and cleanly. And of course it could do some damage, but it finds its balance very well actually. So this is one of the first open comb razors I ever used, one of the first aggressive razors I ever used, and I've got to say, so far, I haven't done any damage to myself with it at all. In fact, quite the reverse. It delivers a very comfortable, very efficient, very smooth shave, so you're not repeating multiple passes over the same area and getting razor burn. I have a couple of little moles on my neck. I always have to be careful of those. I have a couple of sensitive spots, as many of you I'm sure do. You always have to be aware of these. And I've also spent a bit of time, and it's worth saying this, just mapping out where my growth is, which direction it goes in. If you don't do that, you have no idea which way your hair grows. It will be slightly different for each of you, so worth just checking that. Run your fingers over the beard while you've got some beard growth. If it's noisy, you're going against the grain. If it's smooth, you're going with the grain. Once you start to understand that, you can measure out your shave much better. So I've just done one single pass there with the grain. So you'll notice I was going up underneath the neck because my hair grows that way. Here I was running down. That's the general direction. I have a few little swirly areas. So I'm going to clean up and then we'll go for the second pass on the shave. Alright, so we're back. Second pass with the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Sun Down shave soap. Great shave soap so far. Thoroughly enjoyed the first pass. Brush is loaded up still. We've got plenty for a second, so I'm going to go for a pass this time across the grain. Last pass was with the grain. So I'm just going to soap up, lather up, and we'll crack on with the shave. Okay, just two things you want to note, just while I'm going across. One, there is a bit of a blade overhang on this razor. It's tiny, but you could still catch yourself under your nose, so be aware of that. So just as you're going under and across, you need to be careful. Secondly, I have a few sensitive spots here, a few swirly areas that I mentioned, so I don't always go fully across, and I certainly don't go against the grain. Albeit this very smooth blade combination, great soap, giving me the confidence to do that. So we'll see. But at the moment I won't. And again, my neck areas, I'm just being very conscious not to irritate those sensitive areas, and again that's due to understanding the beard mapping of the skin and the way the hair grows. So it really is worth familiarising yourself with how that works. A lot of the problems that come from shaving are to do with obviously too many blades passing the face, blades tearing the hair out, and cartridge razors, but also not really understanding the direction, not preparing properly, and in addition to that, too much pressure. So I'm applying very little pressure. This razor is very heavy. You just let the weight of the razor do the work, and it does. You know, it's just mowed down that growth. 2 passes, that's very, very smooth already. So I'm pretty happy with that. I will just do one final touch-up pass and then we're done. Okay, so third and final pass, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Sun Down soap, and this vacation shave, holiday shave. Just going to squeeze the rest of that rather out of that brush. I mean, it's a tiny brush, little travel brush, synthetic knot, but look at all that soap, absolutely fantastic. Just go for a very, very quick touch up. And again, staying predominantly across the grain on this one, just dealing with a few of the issues, a few of the areas that need a little bit of particular attention. Okay, so amazing slickness from the soap, really great, very comfortable, slightly mentholated shave, which feels excellent, no irritation, feeling very, very good. I'm really happy with that, cracking. I'm just going to finish up, I won't film it, but I'll just let you know, with some bay rum, They run perfect for warm weather, for salty sea dog sailors who've been sweating in the sun all day, and some Nivea balm. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'll put some details of the stuff I've been using in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Okay, cheers.